It looks as though the courageous one is intending to go to the wizard right now.
It's true.
Maybe we should follow him.
Yes. Now, we're walking through the doors. A different facility. It's cold in here.
It is cold.
It's cold.
Very cold. Bleak.
Very bleak. And we come to a door. It's gross. It's cold. And there's all kinds of locks that have to be unlocked. And then we go in. And the door slams behind us.
And the courageous one is in front, and he's so big.
Yes.
And then the camera people are with him.
Yes.
And we're just almost lost in the shuffle.
It looks like kind of like a police interrogation room.
It does. Bright light.
Very bright light. And metal furniture.
Yes.
And the wizard is there, and he's in pretty heavy chains. Like his hands are chained to the table.
And legs, and there are multiple chains. He's so good with energy manipulation that they have to have many layers to keep him here.
He's wild-eyed.
He doesn't like being confined.
No, he doesn't, and he's not willing to see that he did anything wrong. So, and he won't admit his error. He has not yet admitted his error. And the courageous one, but he's not wearing a mask, he's
Being himself.
outrightly angry.
That's better, actually.
Yes, it's true.
I prefer the third kind of student, is what he said.
It's true. The courageous one is sitting down.
The wizard was trying to do a channel grab. He was beguiling. He was like with his eyes beguiling the courageous one's channels to come to him, so that the courageous one would begin to think as he thinks.
That's true.
I feel like I should be holding the courageous one's back.
Yes.
Like when we're in takedown mode, because the wizard plays dirty and he's got a lot of tricks at his disposal.
That's true.
You're not going to get to him through the back. Channels up.
Channels up. And the courageous one is saying again, "Have you seen the footage from today?" And the wizard says yes. And the courageous one says, "So you saw that your name came up many times in many different confessions by many different people." And the wizard says yes. He's talking about how we were both teachers. And setting examples for students. How we can live in a way that our students make better choices and the world can change. And the wizard is angry about that. And the courageous one continues. He's talking about habits and what we hope to pass on to our students. We, meaning he's referring to teachers, but especially the two of them, and how students respect teachers who are honest. Students respect teachers with integrity. And he says, "Is that true?" And the wizard says, "Well, yes, of course." And the courageous one says, "Well then, of the other 5 names that were mentioned most often, not one teacher, to a certain extent, has stepped up. You could be a teacher who steps up first." And the wizard's leaning forward. And the courageous one says something like, "But you have to do it for real. If you do it for fake, it won't air." the courageous one is detaching, practicing, detaching from outcome. And he says something like, I have other stops, there are other people I can go to if you're not ready. The wizard. The wizard is a snake.
Yes, he is. Channels up. He's trying to beguile you. Channels up.
That's true.
He is not playing a forthright game right now.
That's
Channels
true.
up. Channels up. I'm standing back to back with the courageous one and just speaking over my shoulder at him. Channels up.
And the camera zooms in on the wizard.
Channels up.
When you zoom really close, you can see everything right on his face.
Right. It's there. It's all playing.
I don't know if the wizard is going to give a good confession today. The courageous one says, all right, this was a chance.
The window of opportunity is almost shutting. I see it. I see
true.
the window of opportunity right in front of me, and the latch is right there. I suspect, and I could be a betting person, and now I'm standing up and I'm speaking in my own right, and I'm saying, I could be wrong. But if I were a betting person, I'd say that when the courageous one leaves this room, that window of opportunity slams shut. Look how close it is. And that latch is right there, ready to be locked on. I could be wrong.
The wizard says something like, I don't believe in windows.
That's pretty obvious. But that doesn't make a window go away. You're not believing in it doesn't change the truth of its existence.
That's true.
It only diminishes your ability to relate to it effectively.
It's true.
It's sad.
Time to go.
Here we go. Out into the bright light.
And already the kind old man's confession is playing everywhere.
Yes, and I see the latch.
Yes.
Latching on the window, and the wizard's window of opportunity is flipping backwards up and out.
It's true.
It's gone. It is there no more.
It's true.
He has chosen to make himself irrelevant.
That's true.
It is unfortunate. It's time to go home, I believe.
That's true.
This camera crew is still following us. They haven't
That's
left.
true. They're here with us.
They're here with us. Friends, may we help you? How may we be of service? They want a statement. Who do you want this statement from? Maybe from me.
Maybe from you.
Well, let me consult my book. Okay, I can do that.
That's true.
I can do that. And I can feel the courageous one standing behind me, right behind me. He's so big.
That's true.
It's like my head comes up to about his chest,
Yeah.
you know. And he's just standing there. It begins with truth. If we can't distinguish what truth is, we're stuck at the starting gates. And there isn't such a thing as your truth or my truth. There's only truth and our willingness to relate with it. And so many people have different versions of what occurs. When that happens, we can go about this in many different ways. But there is always a way to work toward a true understanding, a shared understanding of what is in fact true.
That's true.
As long as there is disagreement, as long as there is an absence of consensus, we aren't yet present. All of us, all together, at truth. One or all of us are still in some way, shape, or form in denial of truth or in confusion.
It's true.
So, in a class that was led recently by Future Charlie and Future Commander, they both proposed a way to deal with this situation. They proposed that all of us are measured every day, and our numbers posted on our foreheads, and these numbers are a measurement of our energy bodies, which show how likely we are to be in alignment with truth in that particular day or that particular moment. And Future Charlie and Future Commander suggested both of them strongly, that we go about it this way. Everyone be measured every day and have our numbers pasted on our foreheads. And then as we go out into the world dealing with others, we will be able to notice whether our numbers are higher or lower than theirs.
Yes, that's true.
And if our numbers are lower than theirs, and they say something with which we do not agree, that we should take it as our working theory that they are right and we are confused, and see if we can change our thinking. And on the other hand, if we're talking to someone else and we see that their number is lower than ours, we should take it as our working theory that they may be confused.
Yes.
And we don't let them confuse us. We don't get turned backwards.
Yes.
So for example, right now we could ask the measurers to come in and measure the courageous one on the film with the wizard, and the wizard, and I see the measurers and they're measuring the film, the energy bodies
Yes.
through the film, but it's holographic. And it's easy to see that the courageous one's number is far better
That's
than
true.
the wizard's number, and yet the wizard was managing to confuse him.
That's true.
If the numbers had been posted on the foreheads, would it have been easier? Now I'm asking the courageous one.
Yes.
It would have, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yes. It's a good idea, isn't it?
Yes.
I would love to see that idea implemented throughout all the dimensions. So thank you, friends, for asking me for my statement. That is my statement.
There they go. And it's playing everywhere.
I would like one of those home kits.
Me
Then
too.
we could use it, all of us, all the time.
It's true.
It would be helpful.